Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I want to talk about Twitter once again. Now, I know over like the last 2 months or so, it feels like every day, oh my god, Optimus uploaded another Twitter video, but dude, this has been one of the most entertaining stories of the year by far, and like there's just, it seems like new developments of it every single day, right? Like I wake up every day, man, and there's like something new happening with Elon Musk and with Twitter, and is this the new downfall of Twitter? Is this the end of Twitter today? It just seems like every day there's something new happening that's supposed to bring the platform to a complete screeching halt and just stop all functionality. This is when, everyone's gonna start leaving Twitter in droves, all this other stuff, right? And am I really a bad guy for saying it's so fucking entertaining? I don't know, man, but dude, over the last few days, some pretty incredible stuff has been happening with the Twitter platform, and it's led to a complete meltdown. Now, while most of us were watching the World Cup and enjoying our day yesterday, things got pretty sour on Twitter pretty quick. So before we get into that though, I kind of want to start at the beginning with the first updates that kind of happened, right? I didn't make a video when all this stuff was going down. I was covering other stuff at the time, but I'm going to compile like 3 or 4 different things into this video and talk about them. That way we kind of just refresh everything and I don't have to make 2 or 3 separate videos going through each individual thing. So the first thing that really went down just a couple of days ago, if you guys don't know, is when basically Elon Musk had a pretty scary run-in where apparently his son was in a car, I think in San Francisco, and somebody who was wearing a mask identified the car, basically jumped on the hood of the car and was like harassing them, right? Elon Musk tweeted about this and it led to realistically a complete firestorm, right? Like I didn't really expect the reaction to this entire situation because it led to a complete debate, which is weird. It feels like everything Elon Musk these days is doing is leading to like some widespread societal debate. Last night, car carrying Lil X in LA was followed by crazy stalker thinking it was me, who later blocked car from moving and climbed onto the hood. Legal action is being taken against Sweeney and organizations who supported harm to my family. Now, if you don't know who Sweeney is in this entire situation, it is basically a person who, from what I understand, was running a Twitter account that was live tracking Elon Musk's private jet. Now, people think that this is considered like doxing because they're, sharing his location and whatnot, where his jet's going, where it's going to, things like that, pretty much in real time. And then on the other hand, you have a lot of people who are saying like, oh, it's not doxing because it's not sharing his real-time info. This information is easily obtainable, which is technically true. If you didn't know, for planes to like basically meet compliance and everything, this type of information becomes public. It's like very easy to find for pretty much any plane that's like actually following orders and like the law, I guess. Because of this scary run-in that he had in this entire situation, he is now saying that legal action will be taken and whatnot, right? And of course, like I said, sparked a fierce debate on whether or not, not only is Elon Musk a hypocrite because he's come out against doxing in the past, but was willing to share the license plate info in the face of the person who was in the car and everything, harassing X in this situation. And so with that, right, like I said, a huge debate. Now, I'm not going to get entirely into the whole debate because that's not really the focus of this video. I don't want to go too far off track, but this is like one of the major things that happened recently, and it just was a crazy situation that turned into something much more than that, right? You had people just all over the timeline talking about it, and it turned out that Elon Musk decided to do a poll after suspending, the Elon Musk jet account and everything, right? And it said, unsuspend accounts who doxed my exact location in real time. And it got almost 4 million votes, and, well, people said now. Elon Musk then announced after, well, he basically lost the poll, that he would be unsuspending these accounts that quote-unquote doxed his location and everything in that whole situation, right? Well, of course, that wasn't the end of everything, right? But yesterday, another situation kind of unfolded, and this was one that I didn't particularly like either, and it was basically a tweet that had come out from Twitter saying that they were going to, in a way, stop cross-promotion across platforms by basically not allowing accounts whose sole purpose was to like promote other platforms. So for instance, there were a few listed platforms that were in particular being affected by this entire thing. And it was getting to the point where like, I don't know if you guys know what Linktree is. Essentially, Linktree is a website that content creators use, primarily content creators, where essentially you can like have a URL that people can click on and you can put it in like your Twitter bio, for instance, right? They click that Linktree link and it pulls up like all of your social media platforms right there. So for instance, like if I had a link tree, you could go to my Twitter and you could click that link tree and it'd pull up, you know, my YouTube channels, my Twitter, my Twitch, my merchandise website, things like that. Basically like a unified place for people to cross promote all their other platforms so their audience can stay up to date and keep up with them, right? Well, of course, with that, you know, a lot of people were upset because this kind of stuff was going to be prohibited, and, you know, accounts whose sole purpose was to promote other platforms weren't going to be allowed anymore and whatnot. Now, honestly, I thought this was a very stupid rule, and I think, honestly, the announcement of it was way more stupid than the rule itself, because while the rule itself I think is pretty dumb, like, I understand why they don't want, like, certain platforms, like, just basically promoting the shit out of themselves, especially if they're competitors. It's really, in my opinion, just not that big of an issue that needs to be dealt with. Like, I can think of so many other things with Twitter that need to be addressed first that, you know, aren't getting addressed necessarily quick enough. But this is something that we're really spending time focusing on, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, where's the creator monetization and the fast track to, you know, competing with YouTube that Twitter's been talking about for well over a month now? That Elon himself tweeted out was going to be fast-tracked within weeks. Where's that at? Where's all these other big changes that people have been waiting for that are supposed to be coming out, right? It just wasn't really something I feel like that needed to be addressed like this. And, I mean, I know people might disagree, but like I said, the announcement of it was way more stupid because there was just so much confusion, right? They didn't do a very good job explaining not only what issue this was supposed to be solving, but also at the same time, it just wasn't explained in depth enough. Like, I remember the first time I read it and everything, I was just completely fucking confused on what was going on because it was just not communicated well enough. You know, you had people thinking that, like, for instance, you wouldn't be allowed to post your YouTube video links on Twitter anymore, which, I mean, would just be completely stupid in the first place if that was ever what was going to happen. But from my understanding of the situation, that was not necessarily what was going to happen, right? It was going to be more or less about, like, accounts that basically solely exist to, like, promote other competitor platforms. Like Mastodon, which I think is an alt tech website, was one of them that was, like, specifically listed. Truth Social, platforms like that, right? Which is also even weirder because, like, it was primarily alt tech websites that were being targeted in these kinds of, like, descriptions and whatnot. It wasn't even, you know, the, like, main contenders like Facebook and whatnot. It just really seemed more or less like it was about, like, going after the alt tech websites that are trying to get a foothold and things like that. So obviously this was super unpopular. People immediately started criticizing Twitter and Elon Musk for this decision, which led to a reversal of the policy. Twitter ended up deleting their tweet about the entire thing. They removed the new policy from their website, and we even got addressed by Elon himself regarding everything that had happened. Going forward, there will be a vote for major policy changes. My apologies won't happen again. But all of this isn't even really the craziest part of the entire video, right? Because I think there's something else that if you may have a little bit more of information or you use Twitter, you might already have been thinking about. So last night, Elon Musk put up probably one of the craziest Twitter polls we have ever seen, where he said, "Should I step down as head of Twitter? I will abide by the results of this poll." Now, this has over 17.5 million votes. And I wish on polls like this, he would include like I just want to see what the results are, because like I didn't want to pick yes or no. I don't really care who's in control of Twitter personally. It could be Elon Musk, it could be fucking Elmo. I don't really care, dude. As long as Twitter is a platform that I can continue to use and actually gain benefit from, I don't care, you know? Fuck it, make Seth Rogen the head of Twitter. I don't really care, but like, it's just insane because not only did this get over 17.5 million votes in a matter of hours, but the results were clearly in favor of yes, which means that if Elon Musk keeps his promise, if he keeps his word to everybody about this, Elon Musk will soon be stepping down as the head of Twitter. Now, of course, the reaction to this has been crazy, right? You've had people on one hand absolutely devastated that Elon Musk is not going to be the head of Twitter anymore. They think this is going to be the end of Twitter and everything now. People actually just freaking the fuck out about it. But on the other hand, you have people basically celebrating and they're happy, right? But what these people, I think, fail to realize is just because he's going to step out of like the lead role of Twitter doesn't mean he doesn't own the platform. Like, this guy bought the platform outright. It is now a private entity, okay? He owns the shit, you know? And what does that mean, right? If he steps down as the head of Twitter, well, of course, that means somebody else will end up being in charge. Somebody else will be making a lot of the major decisions. And honestly, this could be a good thing, I feel like, because not only is Elon Musk stretched across, like, well, you got fucking Twitter, Tesla, Neuralink, SpaceX, Starlink, all these other projects, right? But he clearly isn't really the popular candidate to be in control of the platform. People don't like it. And you can make arguments all day about whether or not it's a good thing people are mad about Elon's changes and things like that. But at the end of the day, what this really means is someone who Elon himself appoints is going to be in control of the platform. Like, I think people who think he's going to be stepping down, they think it means like, oh, it's not going to be Elon's platform anymore. Someone else is going to be making the calls. Yeah, but it's going to be someone that Elon handpicks. So it's going to be someone who's probably right alongside Elon with a lot of the decisions that he already wanted to make. It's going to be someone who, at the end of the day, ultimately answers to Elon Musk. And I really doubt he's going to pick somebody who has like the popular opinion on Twitter, right? Like, a lot of these people are mad that Twitter isn't necessarily how it was in the past, right? Elon's not making someone in charge go back to the past. If he puts someone else in control, they're going to be doing the shit he wants them to do. So is it really any different than what we have now? I mean, if he's still ultimately in control of the entire fucking platform. But I think people just fail to realize that because he's stepping out of the active head role of the platform, they for some reason just seem to forget that, like, at the end of the day, dude, he's still going to be making the decisions. It's still his platform. So, like, nothing's really about to change. This is more, it seems like, symbolic than anything, even if he does step down. And realistically, there's still the chance that he doesn't step down. What if he just says, you know what, fuck that poll. I own this platform. I'm not stepping down. He pulls a Jordan Belfort at the end of Wolf of Wall Street and says, fuck it, I'm not leaving, you know? Like, what happens then? What goes down then? Are people going to leave the platform? No. Everyone's been saying they're going to leave Twitter for years now, bro. You've been having people, oh, Elon Musk bought the platform. I'm fucking done, man. I'm going back to Vine. Guess what? I think there was a study or like a poll or something, right, that came out that I saw just this morning that said out of like 466,000 people or whatever that said they were quote unquote leaving Twitter, 1% of them actually left the platform. So realistically, when people say that shit, it means nothing, dude. They're going to continue to use the platform like they always did. So is this really the downfall of Twitter? Is this it? I don't think so, man. It's crazy, sure. A lot of these situations, it's crazy, but realistically, Twitter's probably better off than it ever has been. Let's be real. It has the most active users it's been having because of all the recent drama. And once like all of the negative PR surrounding Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter is out of the way, what really stops the company from continuing to push forward? I don't really see anything. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, updating you guys on the Twitter situation and signing out.